Today we have want to discuss about COVID impacts on education. And from 2020 till end of 2022, the COVID was running. Uh, the impact in education is that when compared to before 2020, maximum all members are following the textbooks and the authors. They follow through the authors. After COVID impact, they completely depend on the phone and online education. They didn't know the offline education. Uh, Example, when compared to second class and third class, they have to learn from offline, but they completely edited on online. Even after completing the COVID, they didn't know how to face the offline situations. These are most impacting in education.
As seen in psychoactivity, the COVID affects all our affects all our aspects in our life, not only education, lot of changes happens in our life because of COVID. Because of COVID, the schools are closed and e-education becomes more independent.
Yes, Suprana, I agree with you. We also have a lot in our education, especially in our intermediate board of second years. We have passed the intermediate board of second years without examinations. As you all know, without examination, passing the exam is a bad thing for the students who reads well. And for the students who reads less, it will be a boon for them. And some of the in that time, 10th class public exams has already been postponed and they're not conducted. And all of the students at the time of 10th class have got a certificate as satisfactory. This is a huge impact of the students. They may not get a job in their future as a because of no 10th class certificate. What do you say?
I agree with your point, but not all exams are not postponed and not passed. Some of the technical education exams are continued, and some of the exams are conducted after 6 months also. But e-education is not well because some students are not able to students are not able to achieve the what points are delivered from the teachers.
When compared to exam, as we pass out intermediate without writing the exam, the main important thing is if a candidate get 90 marks, but they didn't give the same grade when we didn't write an exam, the marks will be less compared to the so the main the MSET rank must be considered of intermediate marks. Luckily, it was considered due to online exam. Otherwise, we will get less rank when compared to the online.
This finish, I would like to add a point to what you said. The marks have impacted the selection criteria, but the main use of the marks, which is being used in the further interview selection or pursuing any university, has been replaced by other forms of selection. Like the universities are conducting nowadays online exams to get the students into the university. And coming to the interview point of view, nowadays the CGPA and marks criteria have been rather than they are focusing only on skills. So this impact of COVID, the companies and the universities have taken their own ways of prioritizing and choosing their fellow candidates into the particular organization or university.
I want to add a point to Nali's review. She said that exams were conducted after some time and after some period, but the base is the 10th class and intermediate. They were not yet conducted after all. For us, first year is the only we wrote the public examinations, and second year marks were based on our first year performance only. Some of the people who thought that they will who got lessons high marks in the also got the students. I think this postpone of the exam, it should be postponed, but up to some time. they have, I think if they have given a certificate for them, and if they conducted the examinations after this pandemic situation, it will be better to get a good marks for the students who really wants to educate a leader.
Deepak, I agree with your point because I am here as a diploma student. We are writing the exams in COVID time. We are facing a lot of course, lot of these four situations we are facing. It is very difficult to face that.
Personally, I agree with you. At our second years, we have complete online education has been provided. Exactly, the online education has been held for 6 months and all. We got a lot without I have tracked this will suffer a lot for the students who try to aim high.
As we are facing so much problem because when compared to the engineering part, as 1 year must be take the duration of minimum 10 to 11 months, but they decreased up to 7 to 8 months. It must be more pressure when compared to our sub juniors. They have to complete the 4 years of degree within 3 years. It take more pressure when compared to the subject or any language to learn for us.
I agree with your point. Due to COVID, our session has done, our first year session has done in 6 months only. So most pressure is come on students to learn more. They didn't learn more about technical knowledge. They learn only they don't have about practical knowledge.
Not only for awareness, it will be continue up to 4 years. I think our juniors also facing the same problem. They have to cover 5 months syllabus within 3.5 months. Get more pressure. We didn't learn in a proper way also. We have to skip some topics or
As the senior, every event has its consequences. COVID consequences are defined. So, to overcome this consequences, the government has initiated different schemes for the students. Yes, this is also a part of reducing semester time period from 6 months to 4 months. This is a consequence of COVID. But to cover this gap, the government has taken solution. Yes, the students will be not be able to graduate in 4 months period of time. But this COVID has taught the students. Nowadays, every student who in the past was not able to use technology, now he is very easily adapted to the technology and he can grab things from the technology also. So in this 4 months of time also, a student can gain knowledge from not only from classes, but when after going home, as he is habituated to sitting in front of a system in the COVID period of time, so he can now gain knowledge through online sources, different platforms. So it would be parallel effective to the student, not only from academics or school, college point of time, but in his home also he can gain different knowledge as he was habituated before. So what is your point? Lucia?
Yes, to take advantage of COVID. Students have got, nowadays we are seeing the college time is not sufficient for completing our academics. So we are taking a Zoom online class even in the night any time. And one of the advantages of COVID pandemic is that we are habituated to sit in front of our system and to listen to the classes. And now also it is continuing to cover the syllabus and to make us.
I agree with your point. But some of these have a signal problem. Some poor families that have a mobile through the system. How they are learning from the online. Only some people are getting some problem, but mostly some government was provided some classes for in TV only. In subsidiary channel, most of the students was learning the like their studies education points. They are learning their lessons and also etc. Whatever they provide in the school, the government was providing. And also then I raised both few points and Deepak and Nalini, and at we are at sorry, when we are at in the first year, mostly we write all the intermediate exams, but after that some people got failed in some exams, but laterly they didn't write any supplementary exams. But those people got some pass mark, like 35 marks in that pass mark. Just they are written as a CP, COVID pass. So like that only they are getting a pass mark. After that, after inter second year, at that time we got some based from the first year mark, they give me some marks. So the students lost their they lost facing their placement exam. They even faced first public exam in their education. Yeah, of course. That is the most failure of their life.
Your point is right. When there's a first experience when facing a public exam, they know how to face a public exam. When compared to 10th is a path, and inter both years are the main route for choosing the BTech or MBBS. I think it's the main fault to not facing the first public exam. It shows the more important impact.
I would like to raise a point from what Anna said. She said that government is providing classes through channels. If there is no one, if a student get a doubt to the lecture from the class which is on display on TV, if the doubt is not clear, it will be running through while studying. The doubt will be run throughout the mind of the student. If they don't have that much good to learn from not Zoom classes. We are telling about the YouTube videos as the channels like Saptagiri.
And Lily said, who didn't have a source? Those who have source, they can use an Android. So they didn't have a source, they have just an option to learn.
As you said, there is some of the default, no? I can raise a point, something is better than nothing. He can learn something. Another, if he didn't learn anything, he can go out and play anything. But by these classes, he can learn something and gain some knowledge. And he can, if you get a doubt also, he will has a desire to refer a book and know about it, and he can clear his doubt up to some extent.
I wish everyone a very good day. So today, Team 6 of third CSE-A are here to discuss on the topic violent video games should be banned. So, share your opinions whether they should be banned or they should be continued in the same process.
Yeah, this was an argument which was running since many years about banning the violent video games. So it should be considered as one of the important points. And as we know, as responsible citizens, we have to think about it, its impact on the youth and the children especially. So according to my perspective, it is very important to ban video games, which will really show a negative impact towards the children especially.
Yeah, okay, let's start with the negative aspects of like vibes and banner videos.
The first thing is it will show a greater impact on people's mentality. They become violent when they used to play such video games which are violent. So yeah, that is one of the important things that we can consider.
Yeah, like violent video games should be banned in all, not in all aspects. Like it is in a place, like there is choose in violent video games. It has some advantages. Like it increases teamwork where works with event of game. Like so the idea is in the motor learners, the student who does not know about teamwork, they start to in many studies, it is shown that the virtual violence and the real life violence has lost. It is not related. And we know that virtual violence is real violence. Real violence. It is about its attitude. It depends upon the attitude. Like knowing about the violence thing, a man cannot be violent. Like the gaming is very violent things from movies and real life shows. It's not about only violent video games. It's just having the exposure about the violence. It is only not from only video games. It's from everywhere. It depends upon the attitude and the sense of the man.
I agree with your point. Online games also helpful to remove our stress, and it also improves problem solving skills and interaction, and it emphasizes on our brain to get more interesting things, and it also helps for us to get confidence, and we can do many things.
Yeah, I would like to add your point. So like being self-conscious about what you do and like being able to like to how you play the games should not affect the real world. Yeah. Yeah, we should the real world and virtual world.
But I think the people, especially the children, as you mentioned, who are 3 to 4 years old, I think they didn't know the difference between the real world and the gaming thing. Because of that, they'll behave as we always listen to that. What we see and what we do is what we become. So that is the important thing that I.
Maybe they can be aggressive. They cannot be violent. They will be aggressive, but they should be violent.
I don't think children should be given the authority to play those games or be near to them.
There comes the parents' responsibility to look after their children, what they are playing in their mobiles or what they are operating in that, so that some games do improve the thinking skills of a child.
So like so that the apps and the apps on the video games that they're like age restricted. So parents most of the parents don't allow their children because they want the best best.
Most of the parents just used to give the mobile phones in order to make their children be quiet. And yeah, because of that, I don't think most of the children are definitely go through the same situation of playing video games. But yeah, some of them.
Also, it is exposure and avoiding some the students are maintaining mobile phones, they will come to the market playing mobile phones. Essentially, so many people education on games. They play continue to serve and out for the education. The games based on coming mobile games, they are spending so much money to play video games. Because when we play information, this is the most waste of time. And students with addiction, they are physical, they mentally disturbed and they always restrict their regular studies. Playing till night time, the students will get some stress and become very lazy.
Actually, the point. It means that based on situations, the games like DJ they have put some conditions, it means you know, 18 plus members, 18 plus players will play up to 4 hours, and below 18, like 15 years, 14 years members, they play up to 2 hours game, and some people are getting money on the game, but they put some capital conditions on it. It means per month cover this.
Suppose they are that is a he or she is a 14-year child, and they say they are an 18-year child. What can the app or the mobile application can do? It's just an AI, so it cannot recognize whether they are truly are an 18-year child or not.
Not everything is 100% right. So there may be flaws in the game which can be avoided.
The conditions are recently placed. Before 2 years back, there is no caption conditions. Students are playing more than 6 hours. As recently, so many people, students are going to become stressed and dead, and they lost nearly about 3 lakh money. The government has taken initiative and starting the ban of the PUBG. Because of the addiction, they got banned in PUBG. After the ban of PUBG, they complained on the addiction and kept the 18 years. That's
I agree with your point. I think it may be implemented in the games. Like I think that not any child or kid knows how to play and violate the game. Yeah, I do think that point.
I agree with this. All of this is such a really dangerous game, and we come across many stories. We heard about them, and most of the people who play the game or committed suicide.
Coming to the violence in the games, so basically the banning part should be like to the limited version, like in the in the army and the armed forces, they use the simulations to run out like if the terrorists have hijacked a building, so they actually run a simulation about where the terrorists or the enemies are, and they actually run it around and around until they get it on perfection to complete the mission. So I think violence should be at its limit. Like I say, like we discussed about the self consciousness.
It's just I accept this one. Like, as soon as possible. Like it's not about only inculcating some violence in the player. Like it has some disadvantages like it depends on eyesight and we have some health issues by playing more time and spending more money and more time in the various violent games. Like and I should not accept that. I didn't accept that point. Like it will inculcate violence. Like it becomes or it turns the student or player into aggressive, but it shouldn't turn
into violence.
Yeah, banning is not only the conclusion for it. It also has some advantages for students. So rather than banning, we should regulate the online video games or
Right, and with the constraints.
Also, the students to not play violent games, to play educated games, they can improve skills and be better.
About this violence may increases the students to play feeling enthusiastic in game. Like seeing the PUBG animations and Twitter animations, everyone should like to play this game and violence, they are getting addicted to that violence. So I think there should be an announcement no, there's an 5 hours sleep to be should be playing by the player. The parents they have to keep on telling that there is less time to the play and more time to read. So this may decreases the recovering the violence in the minds of the insects.
Instead of completely banning the video games, the government should create some restrictions because nowadays so many students are playing games. Esports is one of the term. So many people are based on the esports. The government should take serious action and control the sports like cricket. Sport as compared to nowadays so many people like you are depending on sports. For example, PUBG, Free Fire, all the games are being taking a career. The government should take action and should not complain. It should be some restrictions. The government should be followed.
Yeah, it's a good one, but it is already in a point that can be only 6 hours a day. But players are more into they're getting more notes and they're multiple devices and multiple levels. Not a solution.
to conclude our discussion, every coin has two sides. Video games has both advantages and disadvantages. So it's not the point to ban, of course. As you mentioned, it also because it has some pros. So we should have to go with this video games with some constraints, as we discussed.
Yeah, I would like to say the sooner we get the solution for these, the sooner the better we get.